Yes, I have 11. So I asked the lady, and how old are you? I'm 101. I said, that's wonderful. All of you can be missionaries. You know, you cannot go out. I will leave and I go to other people and talk about Jesus, but you cannot do that anymore. However, can you pray for each of your child? Can you pray for your children? Can you pray for your grandchildren? Do you know their names? And some grandmothers, man, they know their names. They even know their birthdays. And some know even more. And all of you people, most of you have children. Can you pray for them every day? That they will know about Jesus? And can you pray for your great-grandchildren, if you have some, that they would know about Jesus? You see, God answers prayers like that. And when they come to visit you, could you tell them a little story about Jesus? Maybe you can teach them a little prayer. Everyone can do that. That's the job of a missionary. And when you buy a gift for your children and grandchildren, don't buy all this expensive stuff and they can get it from somebody else. Why don't you give them something that is more meaningful? A beautiful Bible. Or children's Bible with pictures when they are small. Or a little video about David and Goliath and all these. There's so much around. Focus on sharing Jesus. That's a missionary. And everyone can do that. Each one of you. I also believe that we should take more opportunities. When people come, when you have guests, would you just say a prayer before the meal? They are not used to it, but maybe you can say just a very simple prayer. Come, Lord Jesus, be my guest, our guest, and let its food to us be blessed. That's all. They will remember. But when you say goodbye, don't say ciao, goodbye. You say goodbye, God bless you. Not too long ago, I was in a restaurant with a friend of mine. His name was Al, good friend of mine, good friend of my wife Barbara. So we went out and had lunch in one of these simple restaurants. And a waitress came and she served us, and when she brought a bill, Al said, "And what's your name?" And she said, forgot, Christine or something like that. And she said, "Why?" And Al said, "Tonight I will pray for you. Because I want you to know that Jesus loves you." That's all he said. Oh, I was so first shocked, and then I was so thrilled. You can easily be a missionary. Be a missionary. And sometimes you get into difficult situations. You don't know how to handle it. I remember many years ago when I was a little boy, my grandmother told me something that I never forgot. She said, if you come in difficult situations, always ask yourself, what would Jesus have done? What would Jesus have answered? And suddenly you discover that you have a different attitude towards people. Even in your own family, even in your own marriage. You know, there's sometimes disagreement in marriages. There are fightings. How would Jesus have handled it? What would he have said? Or he always stood up for correctness, for honesty. But he never was fighting, and never backbiting, and never being nasty or even hitting someone. Would you remember that very simple statement? What would Jesus have done? What would Jesus have said? You teach as children. I like to teach you. It's so simple. Just practice it. Our text is telling us, go into all the world. Go into the places in Plymouth. I think it's what North Chiltonville here, wherever you live. Be a missionary. Tell other people about Jesus. And bring them along. You know, people who don't know Jesus are lost. Just imagine your loved ones, your son, your daughter, who's right now at home sleeping or doing something else. If they don't know Jesus, they get lost. Just invite them to come. And don't give up until you hear no 10 times. That's my rule. Never accept no until you hear it 10 times. So invite them again, invite them again. Don't give up, smile, come along. Do me a favor, just come along. If your pastor, Leo, I know him for many, many, many years. Even in the time of Russia, he was teaching in a school that I was involved in founding. So we know each other very well. He preaches a good gospel. And hopefully the pastor you will get is preaching Jesus. And you will practice Jesus. I skip a couple of pages very quickly. Jesus also said in that passage, all authority is given to me. And he said at the end, and I will be with you. My friend, you are not alone. I know that sometimes we feel very, very lonely. Sometimes we feel embarrassed. Sometimes we feel angry. Do you know that Jesus is always with you? He's always with you. There's that passage, if you have a chance to look in Luke chapter 24. You know these two people who went from Jerusalem to Emmaus, remember? And a stranger walked with them. You know who he was. He walked with them. And he was listening to them. It was Jesus. And Jesus is always with us. If you see him or not, if you feel him or not, he's always there. You are not alone. Would you please behave the way that Jesus is not embarrassed next to you? Take that serious. Jesus is with you all the time. He said, I am with you until the end. I am with you. And you can tell him all the difficulties. And then when he speaks, you better be quiet for a while. You know, two people cannot talk at the same time. So you be quiet and listen what he has to tell you. Because when he speaks, your heart is on fire. You're excited. Like the two fellows, their heart was excited. Our heart was burning when he spoke to us. Oh, it is my prayer that you will take the message of missions with you, knowing that Jesus will help you to tell others the good news of Jesus Christ. I think next time I come, I will finish all the notes. Which means you have to invite me again, you know. I like to stop here, but close with the word of prayer. Heavenly Father, all around the world you are doing great things. Fantastic things in your name. We are here and we want to experience the same. We want to experience the power of the living God. We want to have a burning heart. Empower us, each one of us, to tell others about Jesus. Very simply, in whatever form it is, we want to be missionaries. We want to serve you. Help us. Help us, Lord. Amen.